Movement number 4. Dragon seeks path. Dragon whips his tail.
Yo, my man, why you got on that purse, huh?
Hey, this ain't no purse. I'm the big deals. Don't do that. $100 Patron in the bid at, you heard? Get your money up, not your funny up.
Braka. It is the Monfu podcast, the Money Up, No Funny Up podcast. How dare you try to be funny without no money podcast? You can't get no stacks if you can't laugh podcast. It almost rhymed. Coruscas. You know? Yo, listen. We litty 220 out here.
And we back in the dojo. You feel me? Back in my little thiggy thozzy thazo. You know what I mean? Back in my little Deuce Bigelow. You know what I mean? Don't even trip. You know what I mean? Back in my Elemento. You feel me? Yeah, off tour. Just body 2 tours back to back though. Like back to back though. You know what I mean? Word.
I definitely just had to let you get your bars off because it was too funny. You feel me? Off top. Yo, listen, man. I low-key, like, doing the Monfu together made me just be like, damn, that would be so lit if we could do that regularly. Just smiz the smas regularly. Just in the same room. But yeah, bro, we out here, Litty-Fi gang.
Man, my computer not turning on now.
Oh, good. It's because it's probably dead. It's probably half off. Hold the power button for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And then you hear it go, chew. I just heard it.
I didn't hear nothing.
Now press it.
Oh. Bought to 4 quarters.
Yo, listen, bro. So listen, we out here, bro. What we talking about today, B?
Yo, it's Joyner sign, bro.
I think Joyner signed, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, is my man Joyner Lucas signed? And not just signed, but signed to UMG. Is he? Because, first of all, what, how did it start? Like, what did you, cause you're the one who, hit me.
Bruh, you just gonna do that and then just keep going?
Move on, bro. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're going to, what was the, cause you're the one who brought it to mind.
Yeah, so, all right, man. So basically this is how I feel. All right, so I know everybody keep hitting my comments too and they like, whoa, Joyner said he's doing this as a social experiment. I'm going to tell you right now, that is a crock of shit.
Wait, doing what as a social experiment?
Dropping ADHD the way he's dropping it as a social experiment. I'm like...
Well, he said that. He said that.
No. I know that. I know that he said that. I'm saying that is a crock. That is a crock of shit. Like, what are we talking about? Like, that is like, I'm going to tell you right now, bro. As
definitely
a
Betty Crocker.
Yeah, like, bro, as a person that, like, studies music and listens to music and, you know, kind of has a brain, like, what's left of my brain is telling me that obviously that's a lie, bro. Like, what are we talking about right now?
Let's break down why that doesn't make sense.
Because, okay, I'll explain. Because, okay, when you drop an album, right, your goal in an album is to make it as successful as possible if you are an artist like that size. Maybe like as a smaller artist, your goal is to just get heard and stuff like that, which is still the same concept, but Joyner's goal is to make the most amount of money possible, right? Fine, I'm with that. But when you drop... What?
We can't say that's his goal, but...
Well, no, I understand that, but I'm saying, like...
If you're in the music business, then your business is to make music, so we're assuming that you're doing this for business.
Right. I'm saying, like, what I'm saying is this. You're trying to make... When you make an album, you're negative, right? Because you spend money to create that album. Whether it's beats, whether it's production, whether it's mix and mastering, whether it's promotion, you spend money. So you're a negative, right?
That's before visuals and all that kind of stuff.
You in the negative zone, and then you get... you double back and get more positive as you drop it, just because obviously you're starting to now recuperate your money. Now, the way Joyner Lucas has dropped this project has been individual songs. Now, I'm not saying that that's not bad or that can't help his album, but that's not promoting ADHD. He's just dropping random records. Now, I made a point in my video. I said, remember back to I Love. Moving the camera more?
Yeah.
Remember back to I Love. Joyner was signed. And I Love was the first
ADHD.
single off of ADHD. Which means...
I've been saying.
Yes, which means one of two things. Either he somehow got out of that label deal, whether he was bought out, paid out, or whatever the situation may be, or he still owes that album to this project, and what he's doing is like a loophole by saying he's dropping ADHD, putting ADHD on the title. He can put whatever title he wants, but dropping these as singles. Because if he's independent, he's going to eat all that himself regardless, and he could just say it's an album even if it's not.
Well, as you were saying this, I literally just thought, like, here's one thing he could be doing. This could be 100, because I just thought about this. This could be 100% true. He could be doing it piece by piece. Mm-hmm. And then, like, say, like, somewhere in 2020, it could be stream trolling.
Yeah, that's my point in my video, too, I said, yeah.
Yeah, say somewhere in 2020, he decides to double back and say, all that shit I dropped in 2019 is part of the album. It's going to be
it's going to be the biggest album.
Platinum.
Correct.
The day it drops.
It'd probably already be platinum.
So maybe he's stream trolling.
He could be, but bro, like, there's something about that still is like awkward.
Well,
because
if you think about it, that makes sense with the social experiment thing. Because if you're saying what essentially the experiment is, do people buy albums, and what is that?
But that's not a super. That's like, I feel that, but people have done that, so you know that works. That's not really a social experiment.
I mean, how would you know? You didn't even hear what I said.
Because you're saying, like, seeing if stream trolling is a social experiment.
No, that's not what I was saying.
Okay, so say what you're saying.
I was saying that the social experiment may be, what is a stream, period? And how does it relate to a sale? Because if that is what he's doing, it's low-key genius. Now, he may watch this and look like, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Wait. We know what a stream is to a sale.
No, we don't. Nobody knows what a stream is exactly. Because in art, no,
there's a specific number of streams that equal an album sale.
But the number is different through every platform. So it's like, what is the law? What is the universal law? There has to be a universal law. It can't just be depending on the platform.
I think the only thing that's different on would be YouTube. Everything else...
No, every streaming platform is different. Every single streaming platform to equal, like, say, $1... is different.
Yeah, dollar is not the thing though. It literally, the RIAA shit literally says.
Damn, they haven't told us what a stream is yet. If we knew what a stream is, then it would be universal. Okay, for instance, a sale, no matter what store you buy it from, is a sale. So if I stream something once on something, then it's on certain things that's almost not a stream. So what is a stream? And then why?
I mean, according to Forbes, in Billboard, in RIAA, that the structure in the new structure, 150 streams of a song equals 1 paid download, and 10 paid download equates an album download. So an artist's music will have to be streamed on any approved.
I know that, but I'm asking you. That doesn't tell you what a stream is. That's telling you what they're telling you what a stream is.
No, it specifically says.
No, bro. Okay, that is an arbitrary number that they decided. You know that, right? It's an arbitrary number that they just got to. What I'm saying is the experiment that Joyner may be doing is, what is the formula that they got to get there? And why do we not know?
Well, there's a list. There's literally a list of services. I don't understand how you can say that, because that's wrong.
My nigga,
there's a list of services that are listed by the RIAA. that are
Bro,
accepted.
I'm telling you right now, this is something that is a giant conversation in hip hop. And
Okay, so then why is okay? Can you
you're
answer?
not even listening to what I'm saying. You're just reading. That does not tell you what a stream is. That tells you what they're telling you a stream is. We don't know what they're getting. That's like saying it can't be, if they're telling you, oh, 1,000 streams, how'd you get there? Why is 1,000?
Because
Why is
they're
it? And how much money or anything is generated through one stream? You told us how much it takes for us to get paid from a stream. That doesn't mean that that's what a stream is. They're telling you how much you have to sell to get paid. That doesn't mean, okay, so.
But what would that be? How would that equate Joyner to?
You've literally not let. Okay, so if Joyner is doing this by saying that the stream, like, it's essentially saying, if I do all this, right, and I basically drop the album like this and equate the streams and then drop it physically, it almost breaks the system. The system is broken, but that is the exploiting of the system to the point where they almost, it starts to question, so what are we selling? Like, what are we selling exactly? And it's like the market has changed and we're the last to know. What are we selling? So are we selling? Because if that's the case, should we be dropping albums? If that's the case, and I know that that's a debate that everybody's having, but that's more to question.
I mean, in reality, I don't think dropping an album or not dropping an album would make a difference. I mean, I think one depends.
It does, because it equates. It does, because if he did drop that as a one body of work, like, it's not a body of work, and that's what people look to. So it's just singles until then. When he puts it a body of work that literally almost, it will stream troll it as if that project. So he throws in 3 new songs. Throws it. That album is by looks and by sales has sold as much.
Yeah,
it's trolling.
A lot of records. But
and that's what a lot of
I'm
rappers
saying,
do. I'm
though,
saying,
like, you can. It just depends on the artist. I feel like, because as an artist, especially in a weird way, like as a YouTuber, even. Because, like, as a YouTuber, sometimes you kind of, like, it's like in a weird situation because you almost can't, I mean, you can drop audios, you know what I'm saying? But, like, dropping an audio, everybody knows that dropping an audio isn't going to be as successful as dropping a video. So your songs might do crazy numbers. You might get 100K, 200, a million every single song you drop. But for an album, you could go platinum. Basically, what I'm saying is you can go platinum as a YouTuber with your streams from YouTube, Spotify, and all that stuff for a single.
But they don't count it as that.
That's, I mean, I don't know. That's what RIAA says.
No. They don't count. They're just now getting podcasts and trying to figure out how those work and how they chart through the RIAA.
Yeah, but this is, why is...
You cut me off and asking questions. Bro, listen. What streaming did was make every wave file, everything the same thing. But the thing that's outdated is that they're not charted. So, for instance, a record, Joe Budden's podcast, right? An episode of Joe Budden's podcast, no matter how many streams it gets, is not going to chart. But should it? If the argument is a stream, and for instance, if that was the case, then should you be able to go platinum off of a YouTube video? Should you be able to, if a stream is a stream? No, they're not giving platinum.
I mean, according to what this says, I don't know. I'm going off of what a legitimate credited website says, so I don't know what you're arguing.
Platinum plaques for videos, bro. They give it for music. If it's a music
they're
video,
saying it's considered a stream. So they're counting that tour. I don't know why what I'm saying to you is crazy.
Because I'm telling you why. I guarantee you the comment section will it's like you're not... Dude, I'm telling you why. The reason why you can't drop a blog, and no matter how is this confused? Okay, what I'm saying and what the troll of the question is, should I be able to chart with a blog because it got a certain amount of streams? Or should I get placed in the same place if it's a hip-hop blog that this gets, because you don't. When you look through the charts, it's music.
Okay,
but
so can I read this?
Yes.
It says, there are several dozens of services that will be a part of the new methodology, and there are also many different types of services. The RIAA will now be accepting plays from video platforms like YouTube, as well as on-demand sites such as Spotify and like that. A list of services included in the new certification system is far too long to list, but it includes popular music options such as Beatport, Amazon Prime Music, Deezer, and so on. It does not include radio services like Pandora, iHeartRadio, as those platforms do not allow people to choose whether the song they want, whatever song they want. So they're saying now that any single thing.
No, I'll tell you what they're saying, bro. I'll tell you what they're saying. And they're talking about music still. Those are all things for a song. What I'm saying is the new argument, and if you listen to Joe Budden podcast, the new argument is, should podcasts and other things, since they're on the same things and get streams, be treated as such? So should Joe Budden be able to get a platinum plaque for episode 57 of the Joe Budden podcast, since it's streamed just as much as?
I mean, I
that's
don't
a
see why
hypothetical.
not. I mean, if a stream's a stream, I guess I don't see.
But that's the argument, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying. So Joyner may be, but I'm not saying it's essentially. I'm not even saying this what Joyner's doing, because this is just a tangent I was going on. It's essentially showing how broken the system is, and maybe that'll be the new way artists who are smaller and don't regularly chart, because they almost don't, because it breaks the whole system. Because what you have to do is you drop an album and see where it charts the week, right? And how much it sells the week. If it's this new way, then the first week should not matter anymore. And the first week could be 3 months out. You could literally be selling for 3 months for your first week.
I think that now the way that music's consumed, that it's kind of, in a weird way, the first weeks don't really matter the way that it.
But they still matter. We still ask.
Yeah, because people. I think more. So, I still think that's like an old thing, though, more than a new thing.
Oh.
I don't feel like that's like a new thing, because, like, I mean, if you think about it, it's like, I mean, no matter which way, success is success. Whether you get 1 million, I don't know exactly what the exact number is. I think it's like 33 million or something. Like streams is like a million or something. It's like 1,500 for every one album sale. It's something like that. It's like 1,500 or some number around that. So
hey, here's another thing too. My bad. Because I was just thinking more and more. So, say I never drop a song on any streaming platform. Say I'm trying to think of like a freestyle, no beat, right? No beat. It's just me. I turn my camera on and body it, right? It gets a certain amount. Should I be able to get a platinum plaque for it?
These are all questions. Way, I don't see why not, because it's like.
But that's what I'm saying, is that those people do not consider that. But
yeah,
why?
And to be honest, I'm not mad that they don't, because it's gonna take time. You know what I mean? I don't think, like, all this streaming stuff is so new to begin with. So it's like I don't expect that to be, something that happens right now. I'm sure in the future it would be very easy to make it some type of award for, because a platinum plaque is just an award. So some type of award for getting X amount.
But should I be able to chart with my freestyle?
I feel like music should stay music, and the other stuff should stay.
But it's music. It's music.
I feel like if you're okay, like yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think a freestyle, that's music. So I think that should stay in the music.
So it only lives on video platform. There's no streaming it, but it gets all of it. It gets.
Why not? Why not?
That kind of starts. If you think about, and I'm not. I don't know where.
Hold on. I'm gonna say something right now. The one thing that's really frustrating is, like, there is mad niggas that have came up on Facebook. You feel me? There is mad people, especially comedians, and I understand why comedians take the Facebook and Instagram route before they take the YouTube approach, because it's It's way easier to start with your fan base. Now, do I think they should cross over to YouTube for monetary purposes? Yes, but in reality, those Facebook people should be able to eat from what they're getting. I mean, that's crazy, bro. You get 10 million
But I
views
don't
on
know how I
Facebook
feel.
and you don't...
Like I can't. I would need more time to think and say how I felt about streaming. Streaming is such a weird thing that people don't talk about enough. I feel like it really is like. It's because there's so many questions that gets raised that nobody answers, and like some of the questions that I asked here, like, so would that be good if freestyles, like say like that one guy who went super viral on Facebook with the beard who just be rapping on his porch?
Dude, he's got a YouTube. He's popular.
Okay, say so if he can consistently hit, would the charts just literally be him 10 times?
Well, nah, because if you're,
or how does that work? Does that literally start
if you're
kicking
putting him in
musicians
there,
under?
yeah, but if you're putting him in there, then you're also picking up a whole lot of other people that have done this.
But that's what I'm saying. But now for the real musicians who don't, maybe someone like
that's
PewDiePie.
That's their fault, nigga. Nigga, it's 2019. Ain't nobody telling you to be one-dimensional.
Oh.
Ain't nobody telling you to be one-dimensional, nigga. You can do whatever you want. Like if you I mean, that's progression. You feel me? Like there was a point in time where people could rap on the corner and get recognition. And then there was a period of time where in order to be considered an artist, you had to go to a legitimate studio. And then there's
you gonna have it be literally they ain't signing nobody but YouTube, bro. That's what's gonna end up happening.
That's what I was talking about in my latest video that I haven't dropped yet. Make sure y'all tune in. But yo, like that's what I've been saying. I'm like, bro, okay, last year, 2018, obviously there was super big moments, like really moments that were so big that it's hard to compare anything to it. But then in 2019, I said even the biggest things that happened, like on the right, like my nigga, listen, the fact that Jake Paul, Logan Paul, Deji, and KSI are pro boxing in Vegas. I mean, either in Vegas or LA. I think it's a Staples Center. That's YouTubers, bro. Like the fact that Dax was on DJ Academics for the whole Tory stuff, that's YouTubers, bro. That's like all these people, like positive, negative, whatever the situation may be, bro, these people created moments that were like not deniable. You know what I'm saying? The YouTube site.
I feel like we got so. What we're talking about is Joyner signed to UMG.
Yeah, it don't matter, but that's the title of this video still. So.
Yeah, but wait, let me just throw that out. The reason why we're thinking that is because UMG is claiming his last video.
Yeah,
now
we've been talking about whether or not. Joyner is signed or not, and we're kind of just going through different things that. You know, looking at the industry, I guess, in a weird way, just kind of comparing and contrasting people that are signed and aren't signed. But, I mean, in reality, I don't know. I think that... I don't know. So, do you think Joyner is signed?
It wouldn't surprise me if he was low-key signed. If he signed whoever's handling him, I would start looking at Joyner a little better, honestly. Because I'd be like, okay, so that's why things have been so weird. And so, like, shaky.
Well, that's how I feel, because I'm like, in reality, the only because I get the social experiment thing, but, like, to be honest, man, that sounds like a cop-out. Like, that sounds like...
It could be. It could 100% be.
But, see, he would be smart. I mean, he's doing it in a smart way. Like, I wish he would just come out and say... Listen, you know, my label's tripping, so that's why I have to drop it like this, because he might give the whole ADHD project and never actually drop a project, but just drop all these singles. But see, the problem is that then they still go...
You got to drop a project with all the singles on it. Throw 3 more songs on there, them on my chart.
Oh, it's going to chart. That's not even a question, but my biggest concern is, well, if you're charting, that's fine, but... Do you owe a label an album? Is that the problem on why this isn't coming out? Because, dog, this album was supposed to come out a year ago. The whole social experiment thing came after we didn't hear from Joyner for 8 months. Joyner was on stage for the Grammys and then went into some witness protection, and then popped out in 3 months ago and said, oh yeah, hey, by the way, Devil's Work is out now. You know, like what? And then all of a sudden he's cool with Logic and it's just like, nigga, like who did you sign to? You know what I mean? Like, and this isn't like, yo, like, I don't know, son.
And maybe that would explain that Trippy Tentacion song he made. It's like maybe he was just like feeling pressures of a label or something. Maybe that's like what they push. So maybe he tried to give him that kind of record.
Well, nigga, everything about this album has been weird. Like, it's like Joyner doesn't even want... Like, if he came out and said, yo, the reason why my music's been trash is because, like, you know, this label is basically forcing me... Basically Uzi Vert, then I would just be like, oh... Well, then why you don't just put out, 10 songs where you just don't say anything on it and just like, like what the hell? Like, why don't you just say that? You know what I mean? Like, why? But it just now starts to like be in a weird question with this whole, because, okay, this leak situation happened, right? And at first, when the leak happened, I'm thinking in my mind, oh, this leak is about, like, this means that the song's coming soon. Well, nigga, the leak happened, and then now we're finding out that this isn't even the complete song, and I'm starting to feel like, oh, that was a huge mistake, and that this song may have not been able to come out, and that's maybe why we haven't heard a single thing about it, and that now we just get this random leak on the internet about it, and then now find out it's not finished. For all we know, that this song could be held up.
Well, what I think the weirdest part about, I get the social experiment aspect of it. I get the social experiment this way or the other way. Yeah. I get the social experiment aspect of it. I get it, but you're sacrificing your art for that now because you're sacrificing the cohesion of an album. People don't want an album to just be a collection of songs that she was making throughout the year.
Right.
Like, well, I mean, yeah, but there needs to be some cohesion to them. There needs to be for it to be a good album. Like, so I feel like if you're doing that and then you drop this as a body of work, it's kind of like, that's not really fair. Like, because the people who really support you are going to double buy it, essentially. And I don't know. I just feel like if that's the case, your ADHD... Because it's... Man, none of this makes sense. Because to me, that the songs like the Triple X Trippy Red song, that, the Timbaland song, and... there's another one. Those sound, and I love, those sound like they're a part of a project. But like Devil's Work, What If I Was Gay, all the other stuff, the song where he was wearing the jersey, those just sound like sporadic ideas. So if you're telling me that that's just all together, then it's just going to be like, I get the experiment joint, but it's like, who's Boo Boo the Fool at the end of the day? The people who are consuming it.
But what? So you're just having a secret experiment. That's what's weird to me. That's like, it's just like, why not?
Well, I mean, I get that because if it's an experiment, it might not work if he tells people what he's doing.
Yeah, but what, I mean, bro, I don't know. I guess that could be.
If he's doing what I'm saying and maybe just trying to like stream troll,
well, the extreme trolling, but the extreme trolling part to me isn't the experiment because people know that works. That's not like some like...
But the experiment could be, how do artists like a Joyner chart or get up there, stream troll like say Amigos would? Because that's what I'm saying is what this does essentially, and this is a glitch in the matrix that I feel like nobody has really said. It makes, and I know you said, the first week doesn't matter, but it does. It still definitely matters.
Yeah.
It makes...
But I don't think, hold on, I'm sorry. Can I add to that, though? I think it matters, but I don't think it matters to everybody. Like, when I'm saying... If you're in
hip-hop, that's going to be a part of your conversation of your album.
But the biggest rapper, I mean, like, the most rappers that you're talking about as far as numbers go always do decent numbers, though.
Who?
Like literally the artist that, I mean, Joyner always does incredible numbers. Literally, Logic.
But his albums? What are you talking about? What did his last album sell?
He's never dropped the album.
So what are you talking What do you chart
No,
well
I'm
on
saying,
what?
but as far as his number, I mean, I don't know how many physical sales he would sell, but like as far as like streaming go, I mean, nigga, he
I'm saying
streams
somebody like
crazy
Joyner.
already.
I'm saying somebody like Joyner is not somebody like, as weird as this sounds, like NF and Logic are different. Those dudes have such a physical, I'm not saying Joyner doesn't have a physical fan base,
Right.
but Joyner's a bit
More streaming.
different.
Yeah, those other niggas
Yeah,
sell
Joyner's
actual
a bit.
albums.
So I'm saying like somebody like him, because what that does
There's
is
only like, what I'm saying is there's only like 10 rappers that actually sell albums. The rest of them, their numbers don't really matter like that.
But I'm saying if you at this point have a following, even if it's just streaming, not physical, what the glitch in the matrix is, you can essentially drop a song that's 2 years old, let it get popping for 2 years, drop an album, and go platinum.
Yeah.
You do that about 2 or 3 times in 5 years. Doesn't that now like?
Times have changed, my nigga. Look at Drake.
But I'm saying times have changed, but I feel like the conversation hasn't changed yet.
I agree, but that's why like that's kind of like that to me how I feel about Drake, because it's like the thing about Drake is like Drake's a great artist. I like Drake a lot. Drake does a lot. But like in reality, Drake don't have no classic albums. Drake has every single one of his albums ever is platinum though. Now, why? Because he's smart. That's great, but it's still not memorable. You know what I mean? It's still not like respected.
With the way that Drake does his stuff, he essentially makes it so he has memorable songs, but never really memorable bodies of work.
No.
And I feel like that's kind of like what Joyner's doing. If he does end up putting this all together, where he doesn't really care about, because what is an album? You know what I mean? Really, you are doing it for the first week. You are doing it for the accolades. So it's just like wearing fake diamonds.
Right.
So if I can inflate my numbers and make it look a certain way, as long as I'm making the songs that I want to make, you're going to think I'm popping. And you're going to buy more of it. So even if the album is trash, as long as I got 4 songs that went bananas and I let them go bananas for long enough, it's over. Because I'm telling you right now, if Drake literally never dropped the album, but then he still dropped the same songs he dropped, and he did an album where he put Hotline Bling, Running Through the 6, the Key, and Forever on one, and literally a song of him going to the bathroom for 45 minutes, that would have been quadruple platinum the day it dropped. That's crazy. It's like...
Yeah, I mean, they got to figure out how to, I feel like, regulate that to an extent. I feel like maybe...
There should be a cutoff time.
Well, I don't know if so much the cutoff time. I feel like it should be something where when you submit it, if you put it's from this project, that means that it's from that project and you can no longer...
Like you get 2 different stream numbers.
Correct. Like if you like say you drop Slime Shady, right? Yeah. I mean, what was that song that you dropped? Was it called Slime Shady?
Yeah.
Okay, so say you drop Slime Shady, and then you come out with and then you put, when you upload it, you put Slime Shady, and then it says album. You put Slime Shady, then you should be able to put that song on there. But you can't now double back and put I'm Not Dax on there because you didn't put Dax in that when you uploaded it, if that makes sense. I mean, because you didn't put Slime Shady on the album title when you uploaded that.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying?
Kind of. Nah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Because that's like, oh, that's super corny. Like, oh, so you mean to tell me that now a song that you released, almost a year ago, you could just double back and I guess you could technically re-upload it.
don't get it twisted. I'm definitely doing that for Slime Shake.
Oh yeah. But I'm saying, but
don't ever get it twisted.
No.
That right now, man.
Yeah, but I mean that's not the point. I'm saying like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing to do it. It's obviously the smartest business decision to make while you're able to make it. I'm saying maybe that's how they could regulate it though. You know what I mean? Is because in reality you could put I'm Not Dax on there if you want it. That's fine. But you just have to, when you upload the album, you would have to re-upload it and put the title, and so then that would start from scratch. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that would be a valid way to maybe.
But I'm not gonna lie, for the artists right now,
get your money, bro.
Yeah, honestly, it's not really any difference in money, really, because you're not really getting you're not getting no more money for it. You know what I'm saying? Because you got paid for those streams already.
Yeah, take advantage. Absolutely, take advantage of whatever you can.
So it is what it is.
And it's not like you get paid for going platinum.
Yeah,
you have eyes on you, but you don't get paid.
If it's all about the accolades that people are getting, it is what it is.
Right. You get paid for the stream regardless of how many it is or not.
It would be different if we got paid for that, and then the day our album drops, we get paid for that too again.
Exactly.
That would be fly. Yeah. I wouldn't even be making this video if that was the case.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, nah. Definitely be not trying to have
that on the well.
Facts. Yeah, man. Let us know in the comment section. Y'all think Joyner signed secretly? We just kind of more so gave a bunch of evidence why somebody could be signed, and also the possibility on why his album. It's kind of more plausible deniability. We can talk about it. Just
Either way, get your streams, Joyner.
Get your streams up, not your.
If he does end up double back and putting all these on an album with no new songs, no new nothing. You go ahead then, man. He trying to get his, you know what I mean? Trying to get his chart topping, you know what I mean?
Definitely the sun food, the streams up, no funny up. You
feel
me? We out here, yo. Listen, let us know, man. Let us know how y'all feeling.
Word.
Braka.